Aside from platformers, I really like games with an arcade feel. No real story, just some fun and challenging gameplay. There are numerous indie games with this genre, and my personal favorite indie game like this is antonball Deluxe. It's a game developed and published by Summit Sphere for the Nintendo Switch and Steam in 2021. As the name implies, it's the deluxe version of antonball, a project made for a game jam back in 2019. Antonball Deluxe has antonball, as well as some other game modes built into it. And with the release of antonblast, the most recent game in the Anton series being in Artist Reach, or what everybody calls Anton, I figured now is a better time than ever to talk about the game that put Anton on the map. So enough talk, let's put some balls. 1. The game's marketing uses that joke many times. Anyway, I'm going to be playing the Steam version as it's easy for me to record. Upon booting the game, you get a title screen with the default characters surrounding it. At the main menu, you have the option between antonball, punchball, versus antonball, online, and extras. Let's begin with antonball. You have the option for characters, but let's pick Anton as he's the main character for this game. You can have more characters or different players, and you can access more characters with the points you rack up or by doing certain tasks. You can get the original versions of Anton and Annie from the original antonball, a random red guy, Paul. We don't talk about Paul, and Pepino Spaghetti from the hit 2023 video game Pizza Tower. Anyway, the antonball game mode starts with Anton walking home after a long night of burritos until he suddenly falls down a manhole. And here's a tutorial. So let's talk about the controls. You can run, jump, do a Wario Land style dash, and do a backflip like in Donkey Kong 94. Also, you can shoot a gun. And of course, the main gimmick of this game mode is hitting a ball so it destroys bricks like playing Breakout. After the tutorial, you begin the first world. Each world has 5 normal levels and 1 special level. The worlds range from sewers to a jungle, to the mountains with annoying ice physics, to a brick factory, and finally to the rooftops of Boiler City. Each world has something that adds higher difficulty and a new type of block. Like the first world introduces moles. The second world has a gray block, where multiple clones of the player appear for a brief moment to knock the ball. Some will have big blocks that take more than one hit. You get the point. The more blocks you break, the more points you rack up. That gives you an extra line for an extra continue. And trust me, continues will be your friend in this game. Or in this game in general, for that matter. And you lose lives by either getting hurt by moles, or these bright blocks, falling in the pits, and the most common, for me at least, failing to prevent the ball from exiting. Each time you enter a new world, you get a cute little graphic with Anton in a situation like giving food to his dog, lack of boost his fortune, etc. Also, let's talk about the music. It's a bop and it never gets boring, and the official soundtrack has some exclusives that aren't even in the game, like Pepino Spaghetti. Anyway, unlike the previous levels of Boiler City, instead has a boss with the moles, where you have to knock back these bombs while avoiding these bombs. Anyway, we defeat them, and Anton lands on top of the car, and he continues on his merry way. Not again. And that's antonball, a fun but difficult game mode. Now let's talk about punchball. And let's pick Annie this time. The story begins with Annie in her apartment channel surfing, as one does, where she sees an ad for the Punch Bowl tournament being held, and the reward is a lifetime supply of ball bowl tea. So this game mode has you pick up a ball and hit it at an enemy, like in 1980's Mario Brothers. It uses the same rules as before, so I don't have to talk much about that. There are more enemies, so that's cool. And it's also slightly easier. Still got my butt handed to me. on numerous occasions. Well, let's talk about the ending, I guess. The special stages have you hit these timed levers to open this door. Now let's talk about the ending. At the podium, we have two other people about to be rewarded, but then Andy comes out of nowhere, and demands the reward and really gives it to her. And that's Punchball. All in all, a fun but still challenging game mode. Also, Antonball and Punchball have DLCs. They are relentless. Anyway, let's talk about the third and final game mode versus antonball. It's a multiplayer experience where you have to destroy your opponent's bricks while defending your own. Unfortunately, I cannot show any footage because nobody's even online these days, and I don't have friends. Subsequently, I cannot unlock everything and get all the achievements because some of them are tied to this game mode. So, I guess that's it. In conclusion, Antonball Deluxe is a fun and challenging game that perfectly emulates that 80s arcade feel. And I know for a fact that Anton's next adventure will be a blast. Pun very much intended. Thanks for watching.